So we are less than a week away from the anniversary. Will be the 4th or 5th anniversary, I already forgot, but is it going to be the last anniversary? Well, maybe for me, I don't know. We will see, probably not, but anything is possible nowadays. And do you remember this thing? I almost forgot that I still had the revelation. I obviously don't use it anymore. This thing is kind of a museum piece now. It's a ship that I don't have skills for anymore, but I've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun flying it while I did fly it for the... How long have I been flying this? 3 years? Definitely 3 years I think I've had this thing, so yeah. Very interesting that it's still... Well, I actually thought to sell it, but in the end I just could not do it. Did not want to sell it. It's kind of a ship with a lot of history behind it. Now, on to the anniversary. Well, next week's probably going to be a big week. I have no idea what they will be yeeting at us. I've heard some rumors about Tech 3 cruisers. I don't know. Maybe not. If they do yeet out tier 3 cruisers, that's going to be lovely. Titans not happening this anniversary, probably. At the same time, anything is possible. They can just yeet out the Titans and Keep Stars at the same time, so anything is really possible next week. But anyway, I'll be paying attention to what's happening when it comes to the anniversary. But let's have some fun today. I haven't done PvP in a very long time, especially a PvP video in this game, so let's go and yeet some ships. Now, there's 2 ships. I am taking the Stratius. I'm not really sure why I took the Stratius. I think there was no good warping. Yeah, there is no good warping. We have a Mauler. But at the same time, even the Stratius is not going to get the job done in this case, since it's too slow. No, it seems like the Mauler is scrambled. They are unable to destroy the elite frigate. Yeah, they are struggling with that, so I'll just take something. Yeah, they are scrambled. They're definitely unable to move. And they're also using beam leaders. That explains why they are not able to hit the frigate. Okay, I have enough time to change ships, and I think I'll just take the Celos. I don't really have anything else that's as fast as the Celos, so I'll take the Celos. Maybe it could be a beta actually, so you never know. It is a Mauler, and a Mauler can be very tricky. A Mauler can be quite dangerous, even if it's a tier 6 ship. It can be quite dangerous, so not going to underestimate a Mauler. No, I'll just take the cells, and I'll just eat the ship at the Mauler since it's fast. Yeah, it is the cells they usually fly around. I also fit a scanner just in case, since we have 2 ships in the system. So
undocking.
I will be taking out the cells, and I'll just warp and approach. They don't really have anywhere to go anyway, so I could have taken the Stratus or even the Mauler and just slowly approach, but that would be a bit risky, especially if they do have stabs. In the Celos I can afford to even mess up, since it's a fast ship. A little boat. Okay, there is the Mauler. 102 kilometers. 103 kilometers actually. Definitely seems like an armor tank. Well, okay. I'll approach. Good thing the Celos is fast. Not my I have a faster Celos, but I don't really fly that ship because it doesn't have any modules, I think. I always forget to built that ship, but it doesn't really matter. And they did open fire on me, but they are not doing much damage. I have a tracking disruptor. And the Malak has been destroyed. Oh, yeah, I'll take it. Not too bad. And I got some green modules, always nice to get some green modules. Never know when you can actually use them for something. Their price might go up. You never know, so always nice to get stuff like that. And let's see the next ship. What's on the radar here? A Venture 2, okay. Was about to say, it would be funny if I accidentally just land on the Venture. But there they are. Definitely seems like it's mining. I'm not going to shoot the Venture with a Celos, that's overkill. I might change ships and take the Imicus and drop the Imicus on the Venture. Maybe not, probably not. Have to test out if they have patched the 71.9 million. Well, not a bad value, but that's not a good build. That's definitely not a bad value when it comes to the kill value, but the build is. And they warped. Okay, fair enough. The Venture left. Oh well, that's fine. The Venture did smell something was up. Okay, let's go to the next target. Now I'll fly the good old Mauler. You know, I have so many ships. I would love to fly all of them at the same time, but obviously I'm unable to do that. But the Mauler is probably one of my favorite low-tier ships when it comes to the cheap part of the game. Since this thing is ridiculously cheap, also ridiculously tanky for how cheap it is. So the Mauler is always a respected ship. Who knows, maybe on the anniversary we might even get the rework. Again, just pure speculation. I obviously don't have any insider info. Even if I had, I wouldn't be, you know, obviously I would not be breaking the NDA like other people do. And we have a Caracal. Okay. Let's engage the Caracal. Long range point on the ship. I forgot to change the build. It's fine, it should get the job done. It's only a Caracal in the end, which is a low tier ship, a cheap ship. And the Caracal has been destroyed, so let's get the pod as well, because why not? Yeah, this Caracal is probably not going to have any sort of build. And let's warp out. This is, by the way, still my old Mauler. I don't know when I bought this ship, but it's definitely been quite a while since I bought the Mauler. I have to check my older videos, especially the older Mauler videos, because I'm fairly sure this ship might have more than 1 or 2 years on its service record. I forgot when I bought it. It might very well be 2 years at this moment, but I've had the Mauler for a while. And I've been using it. It's been a fantastic little boat. Also looking forward to see what nanocores we get. Last year we got, I think we got the Illusionary Ghost nanocores, and I also hope for something similar this year. 3 nanocores are always nice. I still haven't opened my Illusionary Ghost nanocore box, since I don't know. I honestly don't know which one to pick. Even a year later I'm still asking the same. I think I just need to open it and take the core for the Mauler and just fly the Mauler with the nanocore. I think that's the right thing to do. This ship does deserve to get a nanocore, but I would kind of prefer a repair nanocore on the Mauler. Something that I have, it's very similar to what I have on the Hyperion. The Hyperion bomber, that thing is tanky. And you will see the Hyperion bomber in action today. This is just warm-up. We have been just warming up here with some small ships because I just love to fly the smaller ships. Honestly, when I fight a caracal or something small like that, it's definitely a lot more fun than fighting a Gila or Macari or something similar. I have more fun flying the smaller ships, the cheaper ships, than I have fun flying the larger ships. And speaking of larger ships, it's been a while since we've seen a nice group like what we have here. Honestly, it's been pretty fun to camp lately, and that's thanks to the alliance that we have here. Honestly, I've been playing primarily solo or with one or two friends for so long. I kind of miss the good old group activities, and I'm definitely looking forward for more group activities like what we see here. Also, very nice dreadnought. Unfortunately, my dreadnought is a little bit far away now, not anywhere close to this system, because I wanted to sell the Revelation, but I gave up on that, and I skilled out. I don't have any dreadnought skills anymore, so it's just sitting there, not being used. Well, it was used for a while, but yeah, would be nice addition here to have a Revelation parked. Would be fun. The good old dreadnought days, that was fun. The dreadnought camps, oh my god, that was just the Cloaky dreadnoughts, Black Ops dreadnoughts. That was pretty fun. I'm still laughing at the fact that how many fleets we have trolled with the Cloaky dreadnoughts. It was just pure gold. It's fun. It's funny when you see 20 battleships and cruisers attack what appears to be a 3-ship camp, and then all of a sudden 5 Revelations decloak, and all hell breaks loose. That was just peak fun that I've had with a capital ship. I've also smashed a lot of these fleets myself with the Revelation. It was also really fun. Definitely, I would say the most fun I've had with the Revelation was me soloing whole fleets. I think I've had the most fun while I was doing that. That was just peak. Especially when that thing was so tanky. You really need to drop a super capital or a big dreadnought fleet to make a dent in its armor. And even when they actually did do that, when I got dropped a bunch of dreadnoughts, the Revelation still survived that. So that thing is just a ship that did its job. That's, I guess, the only thing I have to say about the Revelation now. It's a ship that did its job, and I have no complaints about it. A flawless service record on the Revelation as well. And that ship probably still farms salt. I can tell you that ship is still living rent-free in some players' heads just because they did not manage to get it. It's still living rent-free to this day. I'm very sure we will see that very soon again, or in the comments on this video probably, I don't know. But yeah, that ship is not a salt farm. That's like a whole factory of salt from top to bottom. Anyway, let's see. Oh, we have a Macarial. That's a lovely looking faction battleship. Now, the Hyperion bomber that I fly has different builds. Usually I fly the ship with blasters. The extra tracking that you get from the Bastion module is definitely very nice for the railguns. 50% extra tracking means that you will be able to get some good numbers on the long range weapons, and the reason why I'm actually using the long range railguns now in this case is range. I have 120 kilometer range with the railguns, and it just means that I can sit still. I don't have to move, I don't have to go into range. I can immediately shoot whatever appears around the gate. I can immediately shoot whatever warps in as well. So not really worried about something getting too close to me, since we have a bunch of webs and dual webs with the Bastion module, and I can hit ships at very close distance. But most ships don't get too close to me, so I just use the long range railguns because it means that I can just be of help to the fleet without having to move much. Since I don't have an afterburner or a micro warp drive, this thing is a full brick, full trunk build, repairs about 50% armor with all 3 repairs active every 5-6 seconds, so it's made to last. It's made to be a chunky bait, so it doesn't really have to move much, and in this case it's just perfect. This build is perfect for this current job that I assigned the ship to. And there goes the Macariel. Should be a decent catch. It did not look like a cheap one, that's for sure. And I'm fairly sure, I think I've seen this pilot somewhere. I think they stabbed out a long time ago from one of my ships. So let's take a look at the kill here. 4.39, okay. Well, classic. That's actually... oh, wait a second. That's a lot of stabs, and that's a golden Cyber External core. Right? That explains why they have 5 medium slots. That's interesting. That's a good catch. That's definitely a good catch. That's definitely a good catch. Did you see how many stabs that ship had? That's a lot of stabs, and that explains why they stabbed out from my ship, because that's indeed a lot of stabs. Next we have another angel ship. A Cinnabal, okay. I haven't used the Cinnabal in a very long... I think I haven't used the Cinnabal since I got the Celos. Since the Celos, in my case, is just the more ideal ship for what I do. And of course, most importantly, the Celos can clock, of course. I have been a core top ship pilot for 5-6 years now. You know, I kinda wish I can go back in time and experience the game in its early phases, where we had like top tier was a Cortops cruiser. I really wish I could go back in time to experience that again, because I think that's definitely the time where I had the most fun in this game. I mean, the game is still fun, but obviously I don't play it as much as I used to. I mean, you can definitely see that based on the recent uploads. 1 video every week or so. It's the current... I mean, it's not exactly per week, depends. Depends what I do, and depends how I feel like when I wake up. Depends on what game I want to play. But my game time in this game definitely plummeted to the ground. And that's why I'm saying that it might very well be the last anniversary, because at this rate, next year around this time I might not even be playing this game, based on the current trend of me not logging in. Hopefully that's not going to happen. Again, probably not going to happen. Probably will be playing next year this time, but you know, I mean, anything is possible. And there goes the Chameleon. I actually thought that might be a Sino, because nowadays usually a Chameleon is a Sino ship, especially after the IP cost on these special ships went down. They are much more used now, much more common, which is nice. I love seeing the special cruisers around. They're very nice ships. And let's take a look at the kill. Should be a decent catch. I mean, it's still a Chameleon, still a special faction cruiser, or should I say advanced faction cruiser. I don't know how they're classified, those things. In my eyes, they're just special ships. 3.33 billion, not bad. A PvE build, that's actually interesting. A Chameleon with no propulsion module. You know, I feel like it's illegal to have like a cruiser without a propulsion module. It really feels illegal to see a smaller ship with no propulsion, because why would you do that? I mean, all of my cruisers have some form of propulsion, afterburner, microwave, some of them have both. Next we have a Ferox. That Ferox is about to have a very bad day. I also love how most of, well, never mind, most of the ships that jump in go straight for my ship. They tackle me first. Doesn't matter if there's like 2, 3, 5, 10, 30 ships, all of them lock me first. And that's kind of funny. It doesn't matter what ship it is. They always go for the fattest ship possible that's on the map, on the gate. But it's been fun, really. I mean, haven't experienced this type of fleet in quite a while myself. Again, primarily, most of the time in the last 2 years now, or I don't know how long, but for the most part I have mostly been playing solo or with a friend or two. Very rarely anywhere close to a fleet like this, very rarely. And there goes the Neros, also a nice little catch. I still have to figure out if you can decloak ships if you bomb them. I think you should be able to decloak them if you yeet a bomb towards their direction, since the bomb is a physical object in the game, and if the bomb flies too close it can actually decloak. So that's one thing that the bomb can actually be useful for. Oh look, an Astro trying to burn out. Well, there goes the Astro. Got yeeted by the Balgorn, or by a ship that uses lasers. Yeah, that's definitely a Balgorn. The Balgorn did have a good feast. Oh, 2.9 billion Astro. Lovely. Tasty. And they also had a decent cargo hold there. Well, too bad that cargo hold is no longer inside of the ship, it's now outside of the ship. Well, that's what happens. Did they warp cloak? No, they didn't actually. They did not warp cloak. That's a big mistake, by the way. If you're in nullsec, always cloak. Doesn't matter if you see something in local or not, always warp cloaked when you're in null. Never warp decloaked. It's a very bad idea. Oh look, a slasher. Isn't that just lovely? And slasher went poof, just like that. The reason why I include a slasher, you never know what you can get. I remember someone shooting a Ibis, and the Ibis dropped like a Rorqual blueprint, so you really never know what can drop nowadays. Could have been a, slasher that someone accidentally mistook for an interceptor, and they made that mistake. Happens. Seen that happen myself a lot of times. And it's always funny when that happens, because you can see that, you can see when someone messes up like that. Thankfully I didn't mess up like that ever, actually. I never lost a interceptor like that. Oh look, a Phantasm. Yeah, that Phantasm is, yeah, they will jump through the gate, I think, or not. Well, okay. I'll approach. Oh, I'm in the Balgorn now, okay. The capacitor on the Phantasm is definitely gone by now, since the Balgorn does... Yeah, there we go. Balgorn destroyed. Balgorn, not Balgorn. Phantasm destroyed. The Balgorn has some very nice E-War, and it's a ship that's, I guess, useful for situation like this. They're not a solo ship anymore, that's for sure, unless developers change the mechanics, and if they prevent your ship from warping if you have no capacitor, or if you have less capacitor than required to warp, that will be a good thing for the Blood Rider ships, because then you will not need to have 70,000 points in order to hold the ship. You will just have to destroy the capacitor of the enemy ship, and then they will not be able to warp. Unfortunately, at the moment, as of me recording that, that's not in the game, that's not possible. So, but maybe one day, I don't know. We still need to see some form of balancing happening soon, maybe on the anniversary. I mean, the anniversary can go in two ways, really. It can be good, it can be bad, I guess. Or maybe there's a third way, it can go average. I think it might be good. I'm leaning towards it being decent. Doesn't have to be decent, but based on the current track record, the last year or two wasn't that bad, so I'm saying good chance that we are getting a good anniversary. I'm not gonna jinx anything, so at the end of the day we will see what will happen next week. But yeah, I mean, I really hope that it's going to be something decent. New ships, definitely something that I'm leaning towards too. I've heard rumors saying Tech 3 cruises. I mean, if that's the case, that's going to be fun. I will be flying all of them, by the way. That's one thing to expect. If we do get them, I'll record all of them. It's just my duty to do so. I have something to do, I guess. That was a Harvey that was unfortunate enough to. The Harvey prototypes are usually quite expensive, and that's kind of funny because they're prototype battlecruisers, but players fit them in an expensive way, and that's actually a good catch, a good catch, and not a bad build for once. A decent build actually. Looks like a PvP Harvey. I will only use a large repair with that build, but it's not bad. The build can pass. And salt. There we go. There we go. Cannot play the game with no salt in the DMs. Should see the type of DMs, the salty DMs that I get. Even while being so inactive, I log in and there's just a sea of salt, sea of all sorts of threats. It's just, you did something really well in the game when people are so salty and triggered that you're actually having fun while you're playing the game and actually have fun doing PvP as well. And well, with that being said, that will be it for today. It was a short little run, but I would say some good ships that we had today. Definitely looking forward to see what happens on the anniversary. And well, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, fly safe. As always, I'll see you next time.